It was standing here 6 months ago. A lot of things were a lot different back then.
Yeah, they were.
Kaiba, I want everyone to get along. We really do. I want it to go back to how things were. That's what I want to achieve here. I know that you've always been concerned of the feeling of that you've been used, or you're being used. And you said the day that you feel that you will leave. I've never tried to use you. I also acknowledge, from day one when I first went into Antonio's house, that you are the financial reason of why this club has money to begin with. Half the shit we've been able to fund or achieve has come from your work. I don't doubt that. If it wasn't for you, we'd have half of what we had. We'd probably only have one house. We'd still be looking for a moonshine cook. We'd still be wondering how to hit the maze bank. And sure as shit, I would have never figured out that damn puzzle. You have progressed this club light years ahead of where it would have been if it wasn't for you. And I also know that I think you are a fantastic asset to our club. You are one of the original members of this club and a long-lasting member of the previous one. You come up with unique and intelligent ideas for the BBMC that I've agreed with many times, like Bondi moments. And sometimes we've disagreed on a lot of stuff, like going to jail and shooting cops. But I just want you to know that, yeah, we do depend on you. And I know that. I know that every day that we depend on you. If you were to leave, or if you weren't to disappear or be removed, it hurt us significantly. But at the same time, you're more than just a bread maker. Like I said, you're fantastic at furniture. You're fantastic at meeting people. You're fantastic at being on top of things. You have thought of creative ideas, but it's difficult to make them go anywhere sometimes. It is difficult. It truly is. I too struggle with the same problem. But everyone's arguing, man. I'm still trying to grasp why. I'm also really hungry and need food.
Well, lucky I came prepared.
Thank you. Look. I want things to go back to the way they were. I want you to feel welcome. I want to put the feeling shit beside us. The emotions beside us. I want us just to focus on one thing once again, and that is putting the club first. And I already know that you do. I know that Rusty argued with you and you argued back. I see these cracks. I know we are so much stronger together. But there is only one thing that cannot ever change in this club. And that one thing, which I know you're very aware of, is that I am a dictator and we are not a democracy. I'm a tyrant. I don't deny that. And that's what I am. There's no yours, there's only mine. And what is mine is ours.
Okay.
And
you know what gets me? What did I do that was ever in question?
It's more of, I'm concerned that you think I don't appreciate what you do. Because I do. But what I'm also worried about is that because of how much you do, you feel like you deserve a lot more. And then you're not necessarily wrong in asking that. You pull your weight a lot more than others. There's no question about that. You've proven 20,000 times over about that. But sometimes, I guess, the club feels that when we do help you, or when we are helping you, or when we've done what we can to assist you, the club feels like it's not enough. And the club feels like they can't satisfy you. And when the club has tried to include you, either you... Which you do come 95% of the time, but there are times where you don't. You know? And then a lot of members are upset about what you did to me. Yeah, that was a while ago. I was quiet on it. I didn't want to talk about it. I was hoping we could just slide over it, but... I guess I didn't know that anyone else knew, and now they're bringing it up to me. Didn't want to bring it up to other people. I was just going to shut the fuck up. Just pretend you didn't do that. Because I knew if word got out on what you did, people would despise you. And they had every right to. I just want to try and find a resolution to where you're happy. Because we just need to focus on one thing. And that's just fucking sending it, boss. That's just waking up, knowing I've done my part, I've done my best for the club, and that's it. If someone fucks up or someone doesn't do something on that day, that's okay. There's always tomorrow. The sun will rise. I know we're meant to live like every day like our last, but there's always tomorrow to hit a cash exchange. There's always tomorrow to get the money back. There's always the day after to work on something, some sort of project. And some club members have expressed that if they're not on their timeline, then they're fucking up. Or when they are on your timeline, they feel like it's not enough and they feel useless. And personally for me, I felt like every day there's something wrong. And I don't know what to do.
I rarely ask people to do anything. And when I do, what I ask is pretty minimal. I like to try and keep people accountable. That's all that is. I don't know where this idea comes from that people aren't meeting my expectations or whatever. You can even read the HQ announcements. Everything's there from when you were gone. Things I ask people to do, I assign people to talk to a few different groups. I have a specific group assigned to a person. That's it. It's not overly complicated. People have this idea in their heads that I have crazy expectations and that I expect people to meet my standards, or that I feel entitled to so much shit because I do so much work or I make so much money. I rarely ask for anything.
It's more like the doubt, right? Like how you doubted that I would sell weed. Remember when you thought I wasn't going to stand on the block and sell weed?
You proved me wrong.
Yeah, and Bobby also told me, without having to talk to him about it, how he's already working on paying back the club. He just brought that up. I didn't even tell him about that, and he already knew. He just woke up, and he comes over, and we're just talking about, you know, the argument. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, fucking, you know, he was just talking about the bikes that he brought up about bringing it back, and you doubted him. I didn't even have to tell him. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to hit some 24/7s today and pay back the club. It's just people feel like you doubt them.
I'm curious where that even comes from, because I never spoke to Bobby.
That's the point. He just thought of it naturally, because when he said he was going to pay it back, he did. He just brought it up completely
so me
naturally.
Doubting him, I didn't tell him that I was doubting him. I didn't bring any of that up to him.
I didn't bring it up to him either. He is naturally being completely oblivious of our conversation and completely oblivious of us having the intentions to talk to him about paying the club back. He brought it up on his own volition, without the context. Just in random passing. And, you know, you told me earlier today, you know, that You didn't think he was going to pay him back. It's just stuff like that. Look, I trust every club member. Well, I pretty much trust every club member in this club. That when they say they're going to do it, they're going to do it. If they don't, I yell at them. I just want some more positivity. I just want to be like, hey, you know, we're working hard. We're trying our best. And sometimes we're not going to get it done on the same day. Sometimes we're going to spend a little bit of money. Sometimes we're going to get caught. Sometimes we're going to spend personal money on different things. Sometimes we have a plan that goes different. But all that matters is any action we do, does it benefit the club? If the answer is yes, then it's fine.
Okay. Look, I get that. That's my fault for doubting. But I was more so upset because I had a plan going on where the reward comes after the work, and then we kind of reverse that. But you're right. It's my fault for doubting the boys. That also goes both ways. How much doubt has been put into me over the last 2 days? What did I do? I tried to keep to myself. I was frustrated, but I kept that to myself. And suddenly this whole tale has been spun.
I think a lot of people are upset about what you did to me. Because I kept it hush because I knew this was going to happen. I thought I could work it out with you. Over some time, I'd bring it back up. But guess the other boys learnt about it. I haven't been killed.
Because Rusty told them. Because for some reason, he connected that to me over the last 2 days.
I guess it just got brought up. Look, it got brought up. I guess people were saying how they feel. I didn't tell anyone.
Rusty brought it out because he doubts me. That's some pretty heavy doubt. This tale has suddenly been spun around me.
I mean,
remember the whole thing, Dundee bad? That's how this starts.
I don't think you're Kaiba bad. Both him and I and the whole club agreed, right? I told him, right? Look, after that argument, I'm worried that Kaiba might walk away because he seems pretty upset, pretty frustrated. And then Rusty said, we can't jump to that conclusion. We can't just assume that he's going to do that. Like earlier today, Rusty, like he defended you. And today I defended you. Rusty said to me, you know, he was worried about the sad arc that you're on. You know, he's worried about you. And, you know, he said, hey, you know, some of the money's been moved and I can't see what it's been spent on. I'm like, well, we can't jump to conclusions and just assume that he's done something with it. He's most likely bought something. We can't just assume that he's done bad. We just probably don't know the truth. And we were right. I don't think this is Kaiba bad. I haven't accused you of, like, fucking... The one problem I have with you, Kaiba, is that you kidnapped me and took me to that thing. Well, actually, that's the biggest issue I have with you. It's not the one problem, right? You haven't been accused of murdering someone or stealing something or leaving the club or betraying us or anything like that. And I don't want this to be over $120 worth of materials either. Especially not after what you went through. It's just... We definitely don't think this is a Kaiba bad moment. If this was Kaiba bad, we'd be assuming a lot worse, but we've all held out knowing that there's truth behind it. We have concerns because, you know, the argument, and we have our fears that come to our mind. But if you were Kaiba bad, it'd be a lot different. But just... Hey, can I call you back? Sorry for texting you.
Wait. Okay. Listen, are we actually talking or no?
How long are you around for?
I'll be around till whenever. I'm just wondering if you're down because I just saw 5 of your boys pull up on me with guns.
My guys don't have guns. What do you mean?
Well, there's one of them with like a fucking beer bottle, fucking silencer or some shit.
Okay, Rusty's carrying around a shit gun. What happened?
Yeah. Nothing. I told them to radio in that Dundee's boss is in the Billabong. They all wanted to kill me. And then they, you know, they really love you, man. What's going on? What's the tea? Tell me, Dunnards.
I can tell you. I'm just speaking with the T.
Who's the T? I need to know that. Just give me the name.
Oh, I can't tell you that. I gotta go. Benji wants tea. I'm not giving it to him. You're not a fucking gossip project. Look, just know that, mate. Fucking, we might not progress as fast as you may want to. I know how bad you want to hit the maze bank. I know how bad you want to get the butt coin. We move a bit slower than the other groups. And I know that can be frustrating given how much work you put in for those items and then you don't see the reward of it. It's rough. I get it. Especially when we were doing the weed shit. Just, we all like you. We all appreciate you. You do a lot. Just, oh no, man. Sometimes I just wish I could come to you and there wasn't some sort of new problem or complaint or issue. Let me worry about that. Just do what makes you happy. That's for me and Rusty to worry about. There's an issue, I'll bring it up to you. Just let me deal with the issues. I think there's one, or have one. If you see a huge problem and you feel like I need to be told about it, tell me about it. But we're not perfect. I know you don't think that we are, but we're also horrendously held together. We're a lot less than perfect. We're barely any good. We're a bunch of fucking crackheads. And, look, all I care about is going back to what we used to be 4 months ago. Does it benefit the club? Yes, then there's no issue. Emotions? Forget about them. We're brothers and sisters. We have each other's back no matter what. If there's something I don't like with someone, we got 10 minutes to fix it and we move on. We know it's good. There's nothing to hold a grudge over. If there's a mistake, we fix it there. I feel like these mistakes are happening every day. I feel like I spend more time fixing the mistakes and trying to find new ones than actually going out there and doing the shit we love. I wanted to go rub that cash exchange, but I've spent the last 3 hours talking about this. I wanted to go do
Why
those.
have you spent the last 3 hours talking about this?
Oh, because everyone keeps
what
asking
even
me.
Is this?
Well, it's just from when you woke up to fucking then the Rusty convo, and then fucking we chilled for a bit, and then I went to go do something, and then I overheard you guys. I was actually going up there to buy the fucking cash exchange, and then I overheard you guys, right? And then I spoke to Rusty, I spoke to some members of the club. But look, man, we gotta go back to roots, man. We gotta brush these feelings aside. We just gotta fucking do what's best for the club. If someone fucks up, you fucking tell them, 10 minutes, and you fuck off. We're back out there. I know you're capable of that, and I know you're excellent at it too. That's something that can be done.
Well, look. If all that's true, then I need you to hear some crackhead shit. I know you don't want to.
Oh, I do.
But I need you to at least hear me out.
I want to hear the crackhead shit. Tell me.
It's about why I brought you to that hill.
Oh, listen. But this conversation stays here. I never want to hear it again after this. Tell me.
I'm not perfect too. That's why, I mean, it's very clear I made a mistake, but, no. I mean, I'm in this club for a reason. You know, I don't remember which culture it is, but, you know, it's a story that warriors of said culture, to show a sign of trust, they used to drop their shields. Not their spears, but their shields. To show that they're vulnerable. And that's how they showed a sign of trust. In BBMC terms, opening up your asshole because you trust you won't get fucked. And I brought you there. I made sure you were vulnerable. So I wanted to show you that I could do it, but I'm not going to. So I know that bothers you. Bring it up from time to time. In a fucked up way, that was me trying to convince you to trust me.
All you taught me is that I should have my shield up 24/7 and to never let it down. Because my shield was already down for you, and my asshole was already wide open and you slipped in. But now Kaiba, it's glued shut. Now I'm the one doing the fucking. I had your trust, and you had mine. You did the reverse effect. I see why you wanted to do it, but it went ass backwards for you. I never doubted for a second that when I'm with someone that I trust, they could backstab me. It's why I noted down that I saw you pull your weapon at the hospital before we traveled to the lifeguard tower. I note down those little things. I see it happen. Because I trusted you. And that's why I didn't pull out my gun. Because I thought I didn't have to be concerned about it. But you proved me wrong. I did need to be concerned.
And now I have to live with knowing that I did that.
Yeah. It can't be fixed. We just, look, just wake up and do what makes you happy. Never have doubt in your mind that I trust you. Right now, I have my doubts because of what happened. But once we get back to that stage, never consider it again, okay? Because I mean it this time.
Okay.
The next time I feel like I can't trust someone in this club, or I have a fear that they may betray me, or a concern that they may rob me, or even the slightest bit of a thought that's possible by any means of comprehension that they would kill me, I will lower that shield. But behind that shield is a goddamn AK-47. And it ain't in my hands. And I will be firing it. Got it?
Got it.
So where do we stand now, Kaiba? We cool? Everyone's calmed down? We upset at Rusty?
I mean, that depends on him.
Depends on both of you. I know that Rusty can be extremely harsh. I don't deny that. I fully acknowledge he can be harsh. And I'm also completely aware that he says a lot of mean words and says it how he sees it.
I don't care about any of that. Because I do the same shit. It's just, if he's gonna go around spinning some narrative based on shit that isn't even related, without even talking to me, I mean,
he's always going to report to the Prime Minister on how he feels.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I've been down that road.
And if I believed every
You
word
should
he
know better
said,
than anyone.
if I believed every word he said, I'd already shot you in the face. I would have just made up my mind and not even considered it. There's the reason I talked to you twice today. Because I do not blindly follow any person in this club. But they should blindly follow me.
See you.
Who the fuck? I think it was an ADMC car. Look, the point's been made. Simple as that. Look, just fucking send it for the club. But let me worry about problems that I see. Just wake up, do what you think is fun. If you don't want to do moonshine, don't do it. You don't want to work, don't do it. You want to go boost with your random boosty buddies, go do it. Do what you want. Just know that we all got your back. And let the problems sit with me, yeah? Let the worry sit with me. Just wake up and be a soldier, bro. That's all I need.